Hello, we're going to be taking a look at Mega Maker, which releases tomorrow. This is a preview build, and thanks to the developer for giving me an early copy of this. We're going to take a look at the editor. So this is used to make your own Mega Man levels from Mega Man 1 through Mega Man 6. It does have a really great tutorial, but we're going to skip that and just take a look at what you can do in it. So this gives you quite a lot of options, and this is honestly really intuitive, but we're going to take a look at pretty much all of the objects that you can use to make your own levels. So to start out with, you have terrain, which is all buried under here. If you click on it again, click once to select, click again, then you can scroll through all of the options you have, and you can see there's just a ton. All of these are just regular ground pieces. Mega Man walks on them. Basic. All works the same. Then also, just for a little color, there's backgrounds under here, and there's honestly tons of them. Probably my favorite so far, for I don't know why. So we can just draw blocks, give Mega Man a path to go, make like a... You can actually have backgrounds different on each screen. Now, you may notice this icon. This lets you decide if these screens are going to be connected or disconnected. So, let me go ahead and place Mega Man so I can show the difference. You can hit this play button at any time and press play. Just seamlessly, basically just like Mario Maker. So if it's disconnected, you'll get a screen transition when you walk to the edge, just like you would expect in Mega Man. But if it's connected, then it'll scroll together as one big room. This works both horizontally and vertically. So if I make a path to go down, obviously if Mega Man falls off and there's no screen below, then that's death. Surprise. And also, this is live, although I'm semi-ignoring the chat. I'm definitely going to be answering any questions anyone has. Hello, everybody. That's here. So, let's build a path downward. So if I make these connected, then, as you see, it'll scroll down, and it kind of snaps into place. Since this isn't like a rectangular room, you probably want to keep your rooms rectangular, but it honestly handles it pretty well. It doesn't automatically go out of the editor. If you die, you have to actually exit. Now, if it's disconnected, see the screen transition, so it looks a little more kind of effect. Also, something I noticed with the screen transitions is if there's a block like this, those blocks are actually loaded, so the screen won't actually go down yet until he's at least fully off screen. I found it a little weird. But yeah, if we look around, which you can scroll with either the arrows on the keyboard, or if you middle click with the mouse, you can scroll. But you can go like, I have no idea what the limit is, but you can pretty much go anywhere you want, up and down and all that. Nintendo doesn't own Mega Man, actually, but this is a fan-made game, Robos. So, vertical level's just awesome. Definitely in Mario Maker, we would love to have vertical level. Hey, we can do it in this. Also, I have already made a level, and I haven't uploaded it yet, but I'm going to do that as a separate video. Take a look at what I got. So, got a little bit of terrain. I actually don't want this down here. So the screen doesn't exist unless there's actually an object on it. If you want to get rid of the background, you have to click the background, and then you can right-click. You right-click to delete stuff. Hey, Mikey. Alright, so we've got ground, we've got background pieces. So then there's enemies, objects, and bosses. Lots of stuff. Let's keep with the basic stuff. So, using this gear icon, you can give your level a name. This is a super great name. And you can even change if Mega Man's able to slide and use charge slots. So, there are apparently 3 different types of charging. I don't know what the difference is because I'm really not that familiar with the NES Mega Man games. We'll keep it at 6. And you can give a default background color for all of the screens that don't have a background. Now, I'm going to leave that alone. But this lets you select weapons. Next basic thing is you can choose the music that's used throughout the entire stage. It's got basically every stage theme from all of the games, 1 through 6. Scroll through these. Mega Man's 5 max charge was a pretty wide shot, and 4 and 6 were similar. Alright, you got the option to customize that. Apparently you can cycle through the music just while you're in the editor, but I believe only what you had selected is actually going to be used for the level whenever you test play, and it's actually done. Give it a little bit more. Let's give like 3 screens. Then we'll make a boss room. So you can use like all different kinds of terrain in the same level, but I'm just going to stick to this. Keep it all consistent. And we'll make a boss room down. Good old square arena. Boss rooms don't have to be separate arena. You can actually just shove a boss anywhere. But we'll get to the boss in a second. So let's look at enemies. So you have several enemies from all 6 games. We're just going to pick some sort of randomly. We'll actually look at all of the enemies later. I have a little test level with those in them. I didn't even upload that. Mega Man over there. Alright, of course we can test play anytime just to make sure everything seems like we want it. And make sure that you can die. It's kind of a large gap with that big enemy. Are you gonna jump in it? Well, as you can see, just like Mega Man games, enemies that go off screen from their spawn point, they're gonna come back whenever the screen goes back to the point that you placed them. It's clearly a hammer, brother. There's just no other way. Nothing else you can call it. So the screen had the disconnected, so it was screen transition. 10 seconds, yep, it's Mega Man. Pretty much. Alright, let's add some other objects. Got lots of stuff here. So we got some basic pickups like energy. Gonna need a little of that. Pretty low. There are extra lives, but extra lives don't matter in this game, basically. What an extra life will just do is refill your health gauge all the way. Alright, this power-up refills your weapons. Not that I've given him a weapon. Go ahead and finish out this menu. So you also have E-tanks and I don't know what those are called. I'm actually surprised that this is in the game. So you can pick up an E-tank and then just anytime use it to refill your life, and I'm sure that the M1 refills your special weapon. There's also checkpoints, which you can, from what I've seen, it seems like you can have any number of them. And as soon as you hit a checkpoint, if you die, you'll respawn at that checkpoint. I haven't reached the limit yet, but I haven't tried to place a whole bunch of them either. But that's nice. You can have lots of checkpoints, and when you go to upload the level, you only have to clear the level end-to-end once. You don't have to clear it from each checkpoint. You just have to prove it's possible somehow to beat the level. But you could do something evil and put a checkpoint like here. And, well, it's possible to get this, and then you'll just probably infinitely die. But you could still upload the level like that. Lots of stuff in here. So we got water. You can just kind of place anywhere. And inside of the water, you'll jump really high. Gotta put some spikes on top of that. Spikes? We haven't even put spikes in here. Now that would just be wrong. So here in the terrain, if you scroll all the way, there's ladders. Throw a ladder in. Let's make these goodies a little harder to get. Here's one thing about the editor that's annoyed me a little bit. So if like I want to switch between placing spikes and terrain, put some spikes here. Spikes will change how they look based off of the terrain that's next to them. So I can actually put some terrain off screen here that'll make them look like the spikes I want. But you won't ever be able to get up to here. But if I wanted to go back to placing spikes, you can actually click with something else. Okay, not terrain, but like when I'm in terrain mode, I could like click Mega Man with the left mouse and move him around. And move this around. Put all that up there. Move this over here. Get rid of that with a right click. So I'm still in the terrain mode. But I can't like click on like the spike and go to move that unless if I reselect it up here. This is a little inconvenient, but I've kind of gotten used to it. I'm gonna put reason to jump here. Alright. Did this go all the way up? No, it can't go all the way up. Alright, some other objects. Okay, these blocks are like... Well, these are the blocks that appear and disappear. How this works... We're gonna just place one, and then it gives you a number. I'm gonna move Mega Man over here so we can just test play so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the limit. Now, they will count 1 to 5, but each block will stay on for 2 counts. So, on 1, only this one will be here. On 2, the first 2 will be here. On 3, these 2 will be here. Like this. And it loops from 5 to 1. I don't think I want to use that in here, but that's how those work. We've got these kind of explodey platforms. Actually add a whole bunch of those. You can change which direction they face and the number that's on them. Now what these do is when you touch them, they count down and then they explode. I kind of wish they would set off like a chain reaction, but they don't seem to. Only the ones I touched actually exploded, and those will hurt if you're next to them. This can be handy. This is a warp gate. So when you place one, it'll automatically have you place another in some valid location. There's a line that shows you that they're connected. When you go through one, Mega Man will leap vertically out of the other. You can go back and forth. We have Mega Man Portal. Okay, these blocks. Let's go ahead and look at weapons. So, just having the Mega Buster, kind of boring. Gotta have some exciting stuff. So with this icon, you can choose all of the weapons available to Mega Man. These will be active throughout the entire stage. Whichever one is in the first slot, you'll have infinite ammo for. And you can actually turn the main weapon off. If I do that, Mega Man won't be able to shoot. Pressing the button. Trust me. But if we put, say, Mega Buster and then Firestorm. I guess it's Firestorm. I'm not familiar with all of the weapon names. So on my controller, you can use L and R to switch between the weapons. And for all of the sub-weapons, you'll get that gauge showing how much of that you have left. And the Mega Buster has infinite ammo. But if I switch them, now we hit play. We start as the fire, and we can use that infinitely and get killed. But if I switch to the Mega Buster, now that has... Is that limited? It didn't go down, but it has a gauge. Wow, apparently that's tough. Yep, it is going down. That's a bit interesting. You can have all of these slots filled with special weapons. Now, I figured I would show that now because this block is a block that can only be destroyed with a certain weapon. So when you click on it, you can customize which weapon can be used to take it out. So the fire won't do anything on that. Apparently I accidentally placed one up there, but it'll get rid of that one. And the Mega Buster will get rid of this one. And it's just one weak shot will do it. It can be useful with maybe some puzzles kind of stuff. But if you do run out of your secondary weapon and there's these blocks, it may be possible that you can't destroy them. You gotta be careful of that. Alright, we've done pickups. We've done general. Whole bunch of stuff. I need a separate area. There's the secret testing lab. Okay, main block. Okay, these two, we have the number, kind of like before. We can choose which way they face. And with a count of 1 to 4, these will turn on and off. The first one's fire, and the second one's electricity. I don't know if they do different damage. Fire one goes slightly later. Those are time-based. So they stay on for 2 counts, kind of like the blocks, but these only have a cycle 1 to 4 instead of 5. Alright, for Mega Man 2, we have conveyors. Conveyors kind of do what you think they do. Conveyors are exciting. Hi, Cameron. Then, we have something I find a little more exciting. These are, I think they're called pings. I like to call them beams of death. So there's 3 flavors. To sort of thing. Green. And you can pick a number 1 to 9, and that determines how late that they will activate from whenever they come on screen. Green, yellow, red. Now the red one kills you instantly, just like you would remember in I'm forgetting the name, so I don't want to say a wrong name. The yellow one, which looks like the instant death one from Mega Man 2, just hurts you. Looks like 1/4 of damage. But the green one slowly burns your life away. Was it Flashman? I think I can crash for some reason. So, I'm a big fan of this green one. And I've noticed that if you put multiple, then it will actually double up on the effect. Because he's overlapping both. Weird, I have a wall here and kind of strange. The one other thing is, I don't know of any way to like multi-select things and move them. Pretty much just have to redraw everything. At least items you can just kind of click and drag to move them. Wanted to box. Alright, that's how you use those. Now, for Mega Man 3, you only have 2 items. I'm pretty much expecting there to be an update with more items. I think there's been mention of including items from like Mega Man 7 and what, but we got quite a lot of variety, honestly, with just these items even. So these will push you upward, which is super great when you combine them with spikes. Do that. These look fancy. And then we have this platform, which will open whenever you get on it. Now, the hitbox of this actually goes all the way to the edge, so you can kind of walk onto it. Goes up too fast to walk off of that. Wonder if I could jump off of it. Well, that's just death. A little harder to get out of the editor when I got weapons. That's fine, let's make 2. As soon as you touch it, it'll open. It'll give you a little bit of time, like half a second. I could like slide across them even. And you can jump up from below them too, so they're kind of like Mario Maker semi-solids in that way. There's not really options for that otherwise that I've noticed in this game. A way to like jump on something and not be able to go back down. But you can place these up and jump up from below. Plenty more objects here. 4 and 5. With the floor back. So these are breakable. And then this is a platform that lifts. And falls. It'll go down, but if you jump, it'll go up. Couple more objects. These are platforms that fall, and this is a platform that will go somewhere and then blow up. Put that there. These here. Something like this. I might not be able to jump up there, but fall pretty fast. This will go over here, and then it'll fall away. Now these are the last 2. This thing is a spring, and it'll push you upwards. See if that kills me. And then this is an interesting item. This is a platform that alternates left and right as you jump on it. So these can be interesting to, like, stack. Yep, you got it. You can use this to make your own Mega Man levels. Try not to hit the first one. That probably would have killed me. So you can kind of low bounce, but if you hold the jump button, it'll go up. I can create some tricky sections. Alright, we went over enemies, we went over all of the objects. We went through how special weapons work. I guess it's boss time. I did Inviso, I did. Let's look at bosses. So to start, we have 2 bosses from each game. I'm kind of guessing that will be expanded. Then we have boss room doors. You can actually have vertically oriented boss room doors. I'll put this here. Shows that we're going to go through this way, screen transition into the boss room. Mega Man here. But then we'll just put boss in here. Let's just cut man. Bosses actually are customizable. Let me just not touch that yet. We can see this boss door. And then as soon as you beat the boss, then you win the stage. Like that. Or you'll die because... die. Now, if that boss was hard, we can make him actually easier. Now, whenever you click on the boss, you get this gear, and you have several options. One, you can set weaknesses. So, Cutman's actually weak against the Mega Buster by default here, and then he doesn't have a secondary weakness. So if I was using the Mega Buster, it would have been going a little faster. And we can even make it immune to a weapon, and we'll pick the fire one. Then we can change the boss music to one of the 6 main boss themes or the Wily boss theme. So let's make it Mega Man 2 for no reason. Even though it's Mega Man 1 boss. So if I use fire, it shouldn't damage him at all. Just bounces off. If I go to the Mega Buster, it's doing quite a lot of damage. Like two charge shots basically kills him. Yay, victory. And that's pretty much the editor. You actually don't have to have a boss. You can use these 2 things too. This is like the level ending orb sort of thing, kind of like from Mario World. You can actually have any number of these in the level. So you could have like a secret exit and a boss if you wanted. Battle Kid levels of Mega Maker. Actually sounds kind of fun. But this, as soon as you touch it, you just win. Woohoo! Found the super secret artifact thing. But there's also a party ball. I think I could shoot through here. Now, the party ball activates just by shooting it. You don't actually have to touch it. Give it a shot, and you beat the level. Alright, but we want to actually make you fight the boss. Is that a different round? Not gonna worry about it. So, let's actually go through the upload process, see how this works. We've got basic level, we've got music selected, we've got 2 special weapons, one that apparently sucks, and you could actually get stuck because this one is infinite ammo and this one is not. So I might reorganize these to something else, Mega Buster, and you could always possibly win. So you can actually have the boss Cutman's special ability in the level with the boss of Cutman. Alright. And yeah, we'll look at... I got a level with all of the enemies we can look at too. So let's just... This is called basic level. Super duper. So to upload it, we gotta exit. And again, I do already have a level I've created, but I'm gonna do that separately than this. We're gonna play and go online. Type your password not into the chat. That would be a good idea. Alright, then you go to upload. Do basic level. And we have to prove that it's possible to beat it, but you only have to beat it once, and if you die, you'll start from the checkpoint, I guess. I can illustrate that. I believe you can set an icon on the level. I haven't looked how you do that. Oh. We did not reposition Mega Man. Let me go back to the editor and actually put him back into the beginning. We may want the player to actually play the entire level. Probably optional, but, you know. Like a good idea. I'm gonna remove a block here, too. Save that. Actually, I wanted to put, when I was showing all of these things, I wanted to put one of these there. Even two. Be all safe. And get rid of all this garbage, too. It doesn't actually exist. Okay. Now it's death down there. Get out of here. Yeah, everyone will be able to play this on Saturday. I don't think you can use Proto Man. I'm actually curious now. Because there's this icon here. You have a lot of space to work with, Inviso. I didn't run out of room at all. Yeah, I don't know how to change the icon. But if I scroll here a little bit, there's just tons of screen space vertically. Tons of screen space horizontally. But you don't start in the middle of... Okay, I am actually at the bottom. 1... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It looks like it's 20 by 20. You can have 400 screens. Please don't make a level with 400 screens. If you do, please put a checkpoint on every single one. That's all I ask. Maybe it's not 20 wide, but it could be. Yes, much bigger than Super Mario Maker. You can't adjust Mega Man's health, but it's up to you if you include power-ups. You can't change if enemies drop items. They just drop items randomly. Go for it, Jason. Please don't. Alright, let's upload that. Cool, it remembered my password. You don't have to do it every time. Why is he here? Apparently I wasn't paying attention. Alright, one last time. Let's go and put him in the place I actually want him to be. Mega Man. There. Save. Yeah, you can't control what enemies drop. And if you put one enemy, you can go like off screen and back. So if you put one enemy, you basically have farming. So the first level I actually built, I didn't even put any enemies in it. But we'll check that out later. Play online. Yep, that's how it works in the actual game, though. So, yeah, this is on PC, and it'll be released on Saturday. This is a preview build, so there may be even more when it first releases, but I would expect update with more items eventually. Okay, let's do the upload. Maybe for real this time. You have to jump up. This enemy doesn't even really matter. But apparently I put 2 checkpoints. I thought I only had 1. This is clearly a very hard level. I didn't die, though. Well, let's die. Hi, Cutman. How you doing? Come on, talk. I think the stream dropped for a second. Let me see how much was there. Okay, so you can see we start back at the checkpoint here. But I only have to beat the boss once to be able to upload it. Now let's use what he's weak against. I keep using the wrong button to dash. Yes. What I get for trying to die on purpose, the stream goes down then. Alright. Let's upload it, even though it's kind of garbage. So when you upload the level, you can go under My Levels. That's the only thing I got up here now. You'll have an ID, and it's just a numeric ID that started from 1. There's currently 88 levels up there. I actually uploaded one and deleted it, so I assume level 70 doesn't exist anymore. So we got level ID 88 here. We can play it. We can actually delete it to remove it from my profile. You can click on my name, go to all of my levels from there. So if you go play online, you can look at how you find levels. So if you go to find and go to miscellaneous, that's where you enter an actual ID. Let's put in 88. There it is. Yes, Jason, this is free because it's a fan-made game to avoid any issues with Capcom, basically. So if I enter 70, which was my old level, I just see if that comes up. Error, not found. Well, that's because I deleted it. So you can also browse, and it will show you just the most recently uploaded levels. We actually know everybody on this screen. Apparently, everyone else knows how to change this face but me. Might look at those later. Alright, you can also search, and you can actually just search with words. You can actually just know the name of a level and bring it up like that, which is awesome. When you go to play levels, I'll also show that you can, well, after you play it, you can upvote or downvote it. Yeah, so this one I've actually attempted. I didn't complete it. You can upvote it or downvote it. So there we go. Ooh, I can change it. And the overall score of the sum of the pluses and the minuses are there. So you can star levels, basically, and negative star them, you could say. Thanks, Max, for the sub. No, this isn't an emulator. This is a PC game that's being released on Saturday. Alright. So that's basically how everything works. You know how to make levels and all of that. I did say I had one more thing to show. So if I load all the basic enemies, we can look at how they work. Thanks, Uncatchable Shiny Torracat. So all I did in this level was just literally drop all of the enemies into a level through checkpoints every 2. Each screen has all of the enemies from each different game. Yeah, you did actually see negative 1001. So here are all the enemies from Mega Man 1 that you can use. Good old hammer guy. This doesn't hurt you, it just is used as a platform to get up and down. I could just go off screen, I don't actually have to fight them. Thanks for the sub, Bass. Here's everything from Mega Man 2. So there's like 6 enemies from each. Just running because I'm about to die. Mega Man 3. This looks like every other Mario Maker level. Yeah, with less enemies. I'm not sure what that thing on the top is, but it seems to turn into an enemy when you shoot it. Mega Man 4. The skeleton you have to defeat like 4 times. So just collapse and come back with 3 times, or I don't know exactly when. You can't get the game yet until Saturday. But it'll release very soon. This thing you can only damage from one side. I don't know what these things are called or anything. Got a super powered skeleton thing. These are from Mega Man 5. And you see they drop items as they want to. And finally Mega Man 6. Guess that enemy just flew away. It just had better things to do. I threw a party ball. I guess I could have uploaded that. But... Alright, I'm going to end this video, but I'm going to show you the first level I've created, and I'm going to upload that. And we'll look at some of the other levels that are online from other people that got this game early. Thanks for watching, and if you're live, stay tuned. If you're not live, think about hitting that subscription button so you can catch more Mega Maker here, and lots of Super Mario Maker and retro playthroughs. Is it on the Switch? I highly doubt it will be on the Switch. Probably it'll just be a download from the Mega Maker website. Alright, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you soon.